Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome you back to World of Warships. And today, it's something a little different. You know what Project R is, right? Well, if you don't, Project R is this pretty neat sort of mission event thing that's going on in World of Warships at the moment. Basically, if you collect all these pearls, you can get yourself a chance at nabbing another Tier 5 Isokaze clone. Well, here I am, playing this game in a destroyer. I don't do too well in destroyers. I used to. I had a very, very good run in the Isokaze back in the beta, but of course, the Isokaze has since been nerfed a little bit. And therefore, so has practically the same Fujin, which I bought, and yeah. Here I am in the Tier 4 Japanese destroyer, the Isokaze. Now, why am I in the Isokaze, you might ask? Well, it was a way of getting kills in Tier 4 ships and completing missions in destroyers. However, on this particular night, the last day of the 5.2.2 patch, I did not have a lot of luck. I played something like 9 games and only got 2 victories out of it. Not to mention some idiot who decided to ruin one of the best games I've ever had in my Umikaze, which I bought back solely for the purpose of sinking ships in a Tier 2. And I may have cocked some of that up a bit, but anyway, this is the second win of the night, also the last game I played on that night. Tier 4 Isokaze, it's a Tier 4 game, and I'm just expecting things to go wrong. They always do. Anyway, over there is the enemy Isokaze-class, and I don't know it yet. I'm expecting him to come around the corner, but as luck would have it, he ran aground. You can't see him yet, but there he is. He's stuck, he's reversing, fire off some shots, and also I dump my torpedoes at him. Yeah, I was expecting him to get off the island first, but apparently he just wasn't fast enough in getting away, because this happens. How'd you like that? First blood. Don't get that a lot. Also a devastating strike, which means apart from that one shell hit, I annihilated him. Seriously, I love these 7-kilometer torpedoes that the Isokaze and the Isokaze have. Unfortunately, the detection range of the Isokaze and Isokaze have been nerfed since the beta. Or beta, or however you fucking pronounce that word. When the Isokaze had 5.9 kilometer detection range, I could make that thing work. But now I've got the Fujin, and it's got a 6.2 kilometer detection range. It's really, really difficult. I just can't make it work anymore. So I prefer battleships and the odd cruiser. Requesting fire support. Now keep in mind that every game I've had up until this point, well actually almost every game I've had, only one of the games I've had up until this point has been a victory. All the others have been a loss. I even came close to getting a solo warrior, you know? That reward is so rare. You rarely see anyone get it. And I was so close to getting it, but of course, some person who'd been playing the game for about 2 hours got lucky. So, yeah. Thanks, RNG. You just couldn't steer it in my favor just a little bit more. Like, I don't know, you could have just that guy could have just kept on going in a straight line and taken one more torpedo and died, but well, that's by the by. Anyway, I'm about to get my second kill here. That Karlsruhe Fodder completely stopped, well, not stopped, stationary. He's taken a fierce beating, and I just decided, yeah, that's mine now. Unfortunately, I take a massive hit from the South Carolina, but I do get 2 very heavy torpedo hits on the Isokaze. Now, keeping that South Carolina in mind, I thought at some point later on that he was AFK because he wasn't moving. I took a look at him through the scopes, and his guns were set up in a way that, yeah, I would see on an AFK ship. Oh, the Isokaze has taken another torpedo barrage. He is flooding quickly. So of course, my kill secured, not stolen, totally not stolen. Anyway, I have my suspicions that the South Carolina, the enemy South Carolina, I'm not sure if we had one, that South Carolina was a bot, I think, because he was stationary for most of this game, right up until right up until I got inside my detection range.
All stations, capture the base.
Which is odd. You see, he's not moving. You can see no smoke coming out of his stacks. And that's why I thought he was AFK. I saw his guns, his forward turrets, they were pointing forward, his rear turrets, they were pointing as far to the right as they could, starboard even. And then suddenly he starts moving, as if he's literally just got into the battle. But you saw, he fired at me earlier, which is why I think that maybe it's some sort of bot. Anyway, he's moving very slowly, as you saw with the torpedo aim assist, so to speak, the aim prediction. And these are very well aimed, but even though this is the narrow spread, the torpedoes still get further and further apart, and so only 2 of those torpedoes hit. Fortunately, he is flooding, he's on fire. No, he's not on fire, but he is flooding. And he doesn't bother to fix it, which is why I think it's still a bot. Unfortunately, he does get a hefty shot off there. That looks like 2 over penetrations there. Anyway, the road is now clear. It's well open to the 2 enemy Langley aircraft carriers. Oh yes. Come here, my pretties. I am the Emperor. Well, I don't know why I decided to say that. Come, young Skywalker. You are going to be my apprentice. I don't know why I've decided to go all Emperor Palpatine. But oh well. At least this Langley here, his secondaries are opening up on me, and they're surprisingly accurate. Well, more accurate than usual, because one of them hits the 594 damage. I'm within a range that my torpedoes can't possibly miss, and his secondaries knock my engine out. Fortunately, I still have a repair kit, and there goes that Langley. Kraken unleashed. Oh, shots coming in from behind. It's the enemy Wakatake. Need to be careful. And what am I doing saying repair kit? This doesn't have a repair kit. It has a damage control party. Too much World of Tanks terminology stuck in my head. Anyway, that Wakatake is firing at me a lot. Well, I've got the Kraken. I guess I still need to work towards a win. Dump my torpedoes at this other Langley. I would like to get closer, but, you know, the secondaries, I don't want... Oh, he's still within secondary range. Oh well. Yeah, I don't want to take too many secondary rounds, but this guy's secondaries appear to be not quite as accurate as the other guys. And that guy just... I think he just kind of gave up. There he goes. Both enemy carriers are, oh god, deleted. And that Wakataki is landing hits quite well. And, you know, if you can't outrun him, just hide. So, I lay the smoke screen. Oh, those were close. And this is going to be even closer, because for the brief second I got spotted there, the enemy Langley, he dropped his aircraft, they dropped torpedoes. Oh my god, I so did not want to die here. I really didn't want to die, and guess what? I didn't. That was bloody close. Oh, seriously, my heart was pounding. So much, in fact, that I was starting to make little errors here and there. You see, that Wakataki is heading east. He's lost sight of me, and, well, I was hoping to sort of drop torpedoes. They weren't going to hit him, because he would make a course change. But I was trying to reverse and get my torpedoes on to the sort of aim assist marker here, see? However, I got confused and I had my rudder turned hard right. So I was not actually doing it properly. I should have hit hard left. Hard port. Need to start using more ship turns still, guys. Well, the Wakataki has got his attention focused on our Yogi. And not two hits actually, but 2 hits. Well, somehow, I'm not sure. 1 hit, but 2 defense of the base. Right, I'm not sure how that works. Briefly turned my anti-aircraft guns on for a second, because why not? Try and maybe get a plane kill, but you know that it's only like a single 2-pounder pom-pom. Does nothing. Wakataki sighted again. Fire my shots off roughly where I thought it was gonna be, but they didn't hit. Nah, it's annoying. Our Hosho, who is dead actually, our Hosho's fighters are engaging the torpedo bombers. Maybe get the guy some posthumous kills. Anyway, our Miyogi has, like most battleships, has completely forgotten that there's a Wakataki in the area. And I know what the Wakataki is doing. You can see his sort of symbol on the minimap. And, yep, there he is. He was coming round. He was going to try and ambush the Miyogi, but he found me here. Now, my mistake was sort of going for the guns first, I guess. I dumped torpedoes, dropped that last tube behind slightly because I expected him to turn, but no! That guy must be a battleship plane. Seriously, why would you keep going in a straight line? I've made that mistake before, and I paid dearly for it. Yeah, with that Wakataki on, there is no way that team is winning this match. It's just a Karlsruhe left. Seriously, a Karlsruhe. And look at that, I have 7 kills. The damage counter counts me at something like 110,000 damage. I think it's actually 112,000. It's a huge amount of damage for a tier 4. Yeah, I mean, there are people who've done higher, and I get that, but seriously, this is the best game I've ever had in a destroyer. And you know what, I'm gonna call it here. I think it's the best game I've ever had in World of Warships, period. Look at that, First Blood, 4 devastating strikes, Kraken Unleashed, High Caliber, Confederate. Just wow. This made up for the disappointment in my Isokaze, which is like my second game of the night. it made up for that. And, you know, what a game. What a game. I have no other words for it. Seriously, despite my fellow team members and enemy team members trying their very best to ruin my night, I still got this game. And here we go. You are terminated. Now, apologies for the very abrupt cut-off there. I had to close the recording before the game sort of crashed and corrupted the recording. Anyway, here's the result screen. Look at that. 4,499 experience. 225 free experience. Confederate, High Caliber, the Kraken, First Blood, 4 devastating strikes, 16 shell hits, 13 torpedo hits, 4 critical hits, 8 ships sunk, 3 fires set, 11 floods caused, 2 base defense points, sort of. On the team lists, I made the rest of anyone else in this game look like trash. 1,998 base experience. Holy crap. And finally, for my own personal score, just look at that. I've worked it out at 126,327 damage overall. Okay, there have been people who have done more, but holy crap, that is a massive amount of damage. Some of the best, I think the highest I've ever done in the destroyer. So, yeah, best game in a destroyer, for me anyway, ever. What a game. Now before I end this video off, I have a little bit of an announcement to make, and a bit of an apology. I did say I was going to have a video out something like last week. That kind of got held up. I've been having really, really bad sleeping problems. My sleeping pattern has been out of whack, but I have sort of worked it into something a lot more manageable recently. Number 2 is I have been making World of Tanks and, by extension, World of Warships videos for about 2 years now. Over 2 years now. And you know, I reckoned it was about time I did something about getting my videos featured by Wargaming and all that. Because, you see, I've made some pretty decent videos as far as I'm concerned. I made the Imperator Nikolai review, I've made the BTSV review, I even made the Chi-Ha review, when I didn't have permanent access to the internet. But they've never been featured by Wargaming, and I know why. Because I'm not a community contributor. So I sent a message to Mr. Conway about becoming a community contributor, and you know, they're still yet to get back to me on that. Maybe they're sort of waiting for me to upload a video or something. Sort of judge if I'm community contributor material. You know, I hope so. I've been doing this a lot and not got any of the recognition I sort of think I deserve, at least. So, until the next video, ladies and gentlemen, it will probably be a Need for Speed video. I'm still working on the World of Warships video that I was going to do last week. It's taking ages. But it should be up, hopefully on Sunday, by Sunday. I'm going to be putting a lot of work into it tomorrow, because I'm kind of out of a full play today. So, until that video, I'll see you in the next one, folks. Good night.